Okay, good morning. We're going to try something a little bit different today. So what you see here is a tides chart for Crescent City, California. I just recently discovered this. I didn't even know anything like this existed. So I'm going to share a time lapse. I'm going to make a time lapse today of the harbor cam. So Crescent City is a favorite place of mine. I spent my vacation there back in September, almost a week there. And I was actually on the harbor cam. I look at the harbor cam most every day. It's just interesting to me. Probably a lot of people wouldn't find it to be that interesting, but I do. And anyway, I discovered this. So here we are today. It's the 30th day of July, and that's my scanner you might hear in the background. I'll have to run it over on another table. But we are at low tide. It is 4:36, low tide, but it's currently 4:54. So at 5 a.m., I plan to start the camera on a different computer using the same Xbox and recording the harbor cam. Of course, it's dark there right now, but in an hour the sun will be coming up, fully up, so we'll catch a little bit of complete darkness, and then it'll slowly start getting lighter and lighter. So this is something I want to do. I don't know that much about the tides at all. In fact, I know nothing about them, but I know a little bit more now. So the way this works is tomorrow, Monday, the low tide's going to be at 5:25 a.m. and the high tide, the next high tide will be here, and then we'll have another low tide, which isn't so low, and then a very high tide, and at 10, almost 11 o'clock at night. We have two tides a day, I guess, and you can just see how they work here, and I'm actually learning a lot, but we're going to focus on today. So I'm getting ready to start the other camera on the different computer, and we'll go from low tide. Tide is rising, it's saying. I don't know if the Xbox is showing these little windows popping up. And then the high tide for this morning is going to be at 11:28. And I don't know what this number down here, what does this mean? It says -1 foot. So the water is going to be 1 foot deep. I don't think so. Currently it's 0.09, but the low tide was 0.1 foot. But when we get up here, the high tide for this afternoon will be 1.52 feet. And so I don't know. I don't know what all that means. But it's going to be interesting to see. We're going to capture in this time lapse going from low tide to this high tide. But I won't be filming these others because that'll be another 12 or so hours or whatever it is, 7 or 8. So anyway, we'll let this run until maybe 1 o'clock this afternoon, and we'll get like an 8-hour time lapse. So let's go ahead and get the other camera fired, and that's what you'll see next is the Crescent City Harbor at 5 a.m. And sometimes the camera loses its connectivity over there, and sometimes my Xbox will just shut off all by itself. It should run exactly 1 hour, and then I have to restart it. But sometimes it'll shut off after 10-15 minutes, and if I don't see it, then I don't get it restarted. But I'll do my best. I'll be here all day long doing some editing and watching the harbor cam. Okay, let's get started.